Hey, what's up, team? Another day, another dollar. Today we're going to be breaking down the $1,095 trade today that I made on NVDA. 2793 is my account number. This was posted in my Discord server straight off the watch list at 6:42 a.m. I also mentioned this in the live stream last night. So we are going to review why this went off and where I took my entry, how I took my exit. So we're on the daily chart time frame. Start the analysis there, and we're going to draw a trend line right here at 550. The reason why we draw a trend line at 550 is because you see that all of this consolidation here that NVIDIA has had recently is all occurring below the $550 price point. A lot of it's actually occurring below this price point here at 540, right? So we can argue that that could be a possible resistance and draw ourselves a trend line there. Over the weekend, NIO announced a partnership with NVIDIA that their chips are going to help them with automated driving. So NVIDIA this morning, I'm moving to the 5-minute chart time frame, had gapped up. It actually opened up underneath the $540 price point, but the pre-market high was up here at 544. So for that reason, for this to push up and go green, you know, we wanted to see it break the pre-market high. 540 as a resistance no longer becomes relevant. It's now 544. That's the mark. And for that reason, that's why the day trade watch list trigger level was set at 544. Okay, long over 544. Bam, bam. Now, this was mentioned in chat. If I go to the, let me go to the alert room and show you guys. This was mentioned in chat quite a few times, and you know, there's only so much that I can do. I cannot press the buy button for you. All that I can do is give you guys alerts. You need to go into the watch list training channel and figure out how to take your entries better. There are plenty of videos there. I'm doing a video now to help you how to teach you how to take entries better. But look, 6:37 a.m. NVIDIA worth watching at the trigger. 540 needs to hold, in my opinion. 6:37 a.m. So this moved up in the first 5 minutes. Watch list rules state that we do not trade in the first 5 minutes, because if you buy at the top of this candle and then you get stopped out on this pullback, you are going to be mad when this reverses and pushes all the way up here. And you're like, wow, I just got stopped out on a position because I chased it up and I got stopped on the dip. Why even buy it at the top, right? Buy it on a dip. Everybody likes a sale. So in the first 5 minutes, if you can't tell what's going on and you know the stock is hot because it's pumping like this in the first 5 minutes, look at the 1-minute chart time frame. Try to get you a better entry on the 1-minute chart time frame. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And it's holding 544 support right at the trigger. A couple of ways you could have entered here. You could have entered there. This move was pretty significant though. Right, so I was patiently waiting for a bigger dip. This was a 2.5% move. 635, 636, 637. Right there on this candlestick here is where it reclaimed the trigger level. Notice the volume here. So this is actually called a this is like a rising wedge pattern that broke down. That is a bearish pattern, right? But it was saved here, right? So it did break down, but it was saved here and then went back up. And then so you notice the volume goes from on average decreasing to on average increasing on this candlestick here, right? And that's when you get the break of the high of day. So anywhere in this area would have been decent for a long entry. I wound up taking my entry just over the trigger. Once it had reclaimed the trigger level, I took my entry as soon as I could and caught this move up to 550. I think I sold a little over 550, maybe 551 or 552 into this strength. The reason being is because that's a very strong move too, right? If we're looking at this from a percentage standpoint, that's also a 2.29% move. So plenty enough to take profits on, and this is why, because it pulled right back. So that was the first play that I took. Took my entry down here, sold it over the $550 price point. 550 was the target price. I wanted to see if it would hold this level as a support, and it did on the 5-minute chart time frame, but not for this initial push. So there were re-entries available, but as you guys know, right now I'm in the middle of a 5K challenge account. Okay, so every week I'm starting back at $5,000, and my goal is to double the account by the end of the week. So this was day 6 of the challenge, $1,095 profit, right? There's NVDA, 2793 is my account number, just showing you that to verify the profits. And we're back, or now we're up to $6,095. So because I only had $5,000 to trade with, I'm on a cash account, I could not get back into this trade. My contracts were 1,100 a piece, and I had 4 of them. So I didn't actually get a chance to use the full $5,000. I think I still have like $500 in profit buying power left, but this was playable multiple times for the dip entry. So if I look at the 5-minute chart time frame here, and then go back over to the alert room, you know, where I had mentioned this again. NVIDIA is over the 550 resistance level. This is a big level on the daily, right? And that's, we just talked about that. This is worth watching. Look for a dip, in my opinion, if you're not already in, but we want the trigger to hold. Remember, the trigger's at 544. This was posted at 640. Okay, so if we look at 640 on the 1-minute chart time frame, that's right here. So that's when I was saying it's up and over the trigger level. We want, or it's up and over 550. We want the trigger level to hold at 544, which was way down here. It made sense that this mark would hold. Let me delete the 550 line. It made sense that this mark would hold first because this is the old resistance at 547, validated as new support. There's your second dip entry possible right there for the move up into the high of day. We're not done yet. Okay, this thing pushed up again. 648, I said, you know, it's back over 550. I gave you that alert again right here. I was just kind of trying to walk you guys through the play. NVIDIA, that's a high of day breakout. Look to take profits into the strength mentioned at the 550 dip entry. That's at 555 or 655. I said that. Okay, so that's literally at the top right here. Always take profits into strength. I mean, if we're looking at this move, you know, that's another 1.6% move right there. Hey, you know, we just bounced from 547 up to 557. You know, $10 move right there. Why not take that profit? Look for a re-entry. So we're going to scroll through these again. Again at 714, NVIDIA. Look for this to hold 550 in VWAP for a potential re-entry. Void if it fails. It has low volume right here. So at 714, let's look at that entry. Okay, we have to zoom out a little bit. 714, I said look for this to hold 550, right? For a possible dip entry. So I was a little off on this one. You would have entered, it did come back down, right? So you would have entered with a stop at 550. You may have been able to take some profits on that little push there, but you would have had to hold through this, and then this is your run-up right there. That's your true run-up. So you had a break of the trend line here. So that would have been a good entry, basing off or basing your stop loss off the 550 price point. And there's your pop up. And look, if we go back to the 5-minute chart time frame, you can see this move a little more clearly. So there's your pop move up, and then it's kind of just started to fade, right? Then the volume here is fading off. So that was kind of the last little rally here on volume that we got on that move. I didn't alert this last play right here off of 550. I wasn't here for that, but that was a good one too, right? So another one. This came down a little further than 550. Actually held 548 as a support. But yeah, then you see the volume here on average start to increase as opposed to decreasing. And there's your break over VWAP. There's your big pump up. I think at this time SPY was pushing. So multiple entries offered on this play, guys. Hopefully this video's helped you out, and you've taken some notes and you can take away something from it. I can't push that buy button for you. You know, all I can do is break down these trades and tell you how I would have traded it, tell you why my alerts were sent out when they were, show you my entry. But as far as where you enter and take the trade, it's all up to you. I'm trying to teach you guys to trade rather than teaching you how to follow alerts. I give you the alert idea. It's up to you to choose your contract, choose your entry price. You know, don't chase the move. Try to enter on a dip. Try to enter at a place where you can mitigate your risk, having a low risk play. So even if you're wrong, you can cut quickly with the potential to have a high reward. That's how you capitalize on these watch lists and these trigger levels. So if the video has helped you out, please push that like button for me. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. I post these videos quite often. And let me know in the comments section if you have anything specific that you want me to break down. I'd be happy to do that for you. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you all in chat. Bye, guys.